Hey guys, how are y'all? So I thought I'd make a video on breastfeeding tips. So, don't mind the music. My little guy, he's watching on my laptop. It distracts him and calms him down. But anyways, so breastfeeding. Okay, so the first 2 to 3 weeks, it's really hard and difficult, and you get emotional when you don't know how to latch the baby on correctly. So when you're latching on the baby, make sure you push your boob all the way in his mouth to where he is not just sucking, but you can see his jawline move like that, okay? You have to see his jawline move to know that he's actually getting some food. Now, if he's just sucking, then he's not really getting as much as he needs. So, latching on is a few videos that you're going to want to watch and look up, because those are important. And don't get upset if you're not able to get him to latch on, okay? It takes practice and patience. When he's not latched on correctly, he's not getting enough milk, and it's painful for you. Don't just like pop him off of there. Like, don't do that. Like, I'm Mexican, and like what I'm told is that if you just like pull your nipple or pull the bottle from their mouth, their soft spot will sink in, and it's not good for them. So one thing that you can do is with your boob, you put your finger in their mouth and like pull and latch it off. And then for when you're doing a bottle, you just twist the bottle and they'll unsuck on it. So yeah, that's another good. Make sure you stay hydrated. Hydration is key to the supply of milk. Make sure you're always drinking water. Like, one thing that I like to do is, like, every time you're feeding your baby, make sure you're drinking as well. Water. One thing I heard, which I haven't tried myself because I don't know, I'm gonna have to ask the doctor first before I do this, but I heard that drinking one beer a day helps supply your milk. That's what my aunt told me. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm gonna dial the doctor and ask him. But y'all can look it up, and if y'all think it's something y'all would do, try it. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if it's true. So yeah. Also, let me go ahead and get the lactation cookies that I like to get. Where are they? Okay, so the lactation cookies that I like to use are from the Munchkin Milk Makers Lactation Cookie Bites. This is the flavor of oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. You can get these at Brookshire's, Walmart. Those are the only places that I know so far that you can get it from. My doctor told me that the ingredient that actually helps you, I think it starts with an F. He got mad that I pulled the cord because he wanted to play with the cord, but I'm not gonna let him do that. Anyways, okay, sorry, he was hungry, and yeah. So also, let's see. Okay, so for a newborn, one thing that you could do whenever you know that they're getting enough is that they call this milk drunk, and like they'll eat, and then when they're content, they'll like relax their arms back and like look like they're like milk drunk, like that. It's just like, it's the cutest thing ever, guys. Y'all are gonna love it. Take pictures, because I didn't take pictures, and he doesn't do it no more, and I wish he still did, because it was like so adorable. Also, let's see what else. Your nipples, they'll get sore. Honestly, there's this cream that people use. I didn't use a cream, honestly. What I did was, when my nipples were sore, I used the breast pump instead, which it still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as much as it would when the baby's sucking. And also, breast pumping is a great way to higher your supply of breast milk. But yeah, Man, I am like totally not prepared for this video. I don't use the breast pump anymore, but for the first 2 months, it was really helpful. Okay, so the one that I use is Hygeia. I got it from my OBGYN that I was going to go see, and they were providing it for free. So I'm like, oh heck yeah, you know. And then, you know, these two pieces, you just connect them like that. The tubes, you connect one on here and the other one on there. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get you. He wants Mama to hold him. You still got milky on your cheek. You know that? Here, let me get that. There you go. Okay. Okay. So also, one thing that y'all are gonna need are breast pads. Whenever you start to breastfeed, you leak a lot. Like at first you don't think that you're gonna leak, and you don't leak, and then surprise, you're leaking everywhere, honestly. Did you just okay, here's another tip. If you feed your baby too much, they will spit up. People say it's natural for babies to spit up. It is not natural, okay? If you don't burp them, they might spit up. But it's mainly because you're overfeeding your baby. Their stomach back can't take too much because, you know, they're just little kids. And let me get this cleaned real quick. Here, let's use Mama's. Here. You're so nasty, making a mess everywhere, huh? So, he won't take a pacifier now. When he was little, like when he was little, he's still little, but when he was a newborn, he'd take it, but now he doesn't even want to take it. I've heard that it's not good to give him pacifiers, but then I also heard that it'll teach him how to latch on. I don't understand which is which, and you know, y'all tell me what y'all think about pacifiers. Like, I also heard pacifiers give babies cavities, and you know, like, make their teeth, like, if they suck it on too long, and like if they're too old for it and they're still using it, that their teeth will come outward. I don't know. Have y'all heard about that? Let me know, comment below what y'all think. Positions for your baby. Here, I'm gonna use you real quick, don't get mad. Cradling position, like this, is a good way. Don't cradle your baby while you're feeding him, you know, but the cradle position, like this, really great. I got the Bobby pillow that I thought I was gonna need, and which I did use when he was a newborn, but now that he's bigger, he doesn't need it anymore, you know. I can actually breastfeed while I'm standing up now, but he smiled at me whenever I freaking put him up. Yeah, it's not something that you really need, but you know, if you're a first time mom, you know, you're gonna grab everything that's new and that you want, because you know, you're gonna want to experience everything as a new mom, because that's kind of what I did. One position that I love is when you're laying down, you can feed them while you're laying down, you know, sideways, and it's really comforting for you and the baby. Also, the rugby position, which I heard that women with big breasts, it helps them, but like, I really don't like it very much. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it's kind of like this. Yeah, I think I am doing it right. Yeah, I don't like that position very well. It's really, what do you look? He's looking at me like I'm crazy, guys. I'm sorry. He wants to watch his show that I have. But yeah, so that's also another position. Those are the only 3 positions that I can think of, that I know of. So I don't really use the breast pump anymore, you know. I'm like comfortable with feeding him in public most of the time now. Like, I don't even have a cover for him, but I'll usually just use his blankie. Or I'll just go to like if I'm in a person's house, I'll just like go to their bedroom, use their bedroom if they let me, or the restroom. I don't really like doing it in the restroom, but it's whatever. Okay, so another good great thing for breastfeeding is these pads that you put, they stick on your bra, in the inside of your bra, and they will soak up, you know, the milk that comes out when you're not feeding. Like, I was overproducing a lot of milk, and like when you're like your nipple starts to squirt, you know, these are like really help breastfeeding. You know, your other breast is free, and you tend to like leak on that side as well when you're breastfeeding, so you don't want that milk just to like go to waste. So one thing that's good is, you know, to pump while you're feeding, and that'll collect that milk, and then you can just put it up and save it for later. So another thing that's good when you're gonna be a breastfeeding mom is to have clothing like loose from the neckline, or you know, if you can pull your boob from the side like this, I can just like pop my boob out on from the side, or if it's loose from the bottom and it's thin, so you can also use your shirt to cover and breastfeed. That's also an easy tip. Oh, I'm talking, so he's wanting to talk too. It helps with your immune system, and then also it yes, okay, thank you, Mr. Chit Chat, thank you. Okay, are you dead? Okay, what was I talking about? Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, don't compare your kid to a baby that is drinking formula, because you know, when you're breastfeeding, it helps their immune system, and so like they use the restroom constantly, and when they're newborns, they'll use the restroom constantly. Like, that's all babies, right? And then like further on, your baby will start using the restroom like either every day or like every 2 days, every 3 days, you know. But whenever you're formula feeding, your baby will only poop once every week or once every 2 weeks. Don't compare the babies, don't get like afraid, was what I'm saying. I'm like not trying to down talk people that use formula. Like, I used formula for him too when he was a newborn to top off, because I didn't think I was producing enough, and so on and so on. But also, formula babies, the formula like makes them chubby quicker, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, it's not a bad thing. Like, they grow faster, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not trying to down talk anybody, so don't say I'm trying to down talk, because I'm not trying to down talk. Alright, if you don't think your baby's eating enough, or if you're not producing enough milk because you pump and you know how much you're producing, and you're not producing to where you need to feed him enough, always top it off with 2 ounces. So another thing that will help with your milk supply is being relaxed, you know, just like watching your baby while he's feeding and while he's eating, and like skin to skin will also help you produce more milk, because like, you know, your body with your baby will let you know that you need to produce more milk for your baby. You're supposed to be taking a nap, mister. You're tired, remember? So yeah, those are a few things, and yes, must-haves right here are the breast pads. Those are things that you really do need. Breast pump, you really need this. You're going to want to check with your OBGYN if they're offering any. That's all I can think of now. The Bobby pillow, it's great to use whenever he's a newborn, because, you know, that's not something that you really need, but it's, you know, it helps when he's a newborn. When he gets bigger, it's just like it's in the way, so like it's just easier to carry him with your hands. Other than that, that's all I can think about. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and let me know if I missed anything, and if y'all have any questions, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and your beliefs on a few things, you know, on what I said, and yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Subscribe and like. Go check out my other videos, and bye.